Welcome to Parlay Power Hour for July 2nd, 2021. It's 4th of July weekend. And you know what? It's USA Wager Show. 4th of July, USA, baseball, basketball, football, whatever we're betting today, it all goes together. It's the 4th of July, guys. How you doing? Will, I'm not happy right now.
Why are you not happy?
Because Jack Frat Boy is not on the show, and I'm not happy about it.
You know what? I'll convince him to come on Monday.
You told me that Jack Frat Boy would be on the show, and he's not here. I'm mad right now. But anyways, Will, we're going to skip over you. We're going to go right to Graham. I'm not even asking how you're doing, Will, because you said Jack Frat Boy was going to be here, and he's not. But we're still going to have an electric show. Grant, how you doing, man?
Doing well. Got a few things planned for the 4th of July weekend. I'm actually attending a 3rd of July gathering, which will be my first time going to something like that. So that's going to be fun. But yeah, got to get these bets in first. Said I was going 5-0 yesterday. Didn't work out. Not my fault. The Giants lost to the Diamondbacks. You can't predict that. But I've got some good ones here lined up.
Wait, a 3rd of July gather? What are they British? Are they celebrating before they got taken over by America?
No, so apparently it's not necessarily like a family gathering. It's pretty much only for friends. And it's because friends don't usually get to hang out with friends if they have family obligations on the 4th. So it's just a big get-together of a bunch of friends on the 3rd since nobody's usually doing anything.
Okay, that's interesting. Not American, but it's interesting. Will the Wizard, he is in Miami. We're going to go back to him. I can never be mad at Will, except when he doesn't bring Jack Frat Boy to the show because that kid was an absolute electric factory. But Will the Wizard Reed, 31, 25, and 4. How you doing today?
Not bad. Yeah, I had an interesting night last night, but we were here for Parlay Power Hour. Jack Frat Boy didn't want to make it, but I made it. I have a job obligation to do, so we're here for Parlay Power Hour.
Yeah, you would have been fired, Will, if you didn't show up this morning. Just to let you know, it's a good thing you did. I'm glad you had a good night. I'm glad you're safe down in Miami. A lot of crazy things going on in Miami right now, and I got the Marlins hat because you know what? I'm there with you in spirit, Will. I'm there with you in spirit right now. Tanner. Damn, that means we're going to win. That electric connection. That means we're going to win some money today. Tanner Kern, 34 and 23 on the season. We're rolling here. We're going to start on the pitch today. Start on the pitch, as they like to say in non-American countries. You know what?
Not very 4th of July, you guys.
I know. That's why I should have said, I'm betting soccer on the 4th of July weekend, and that's embarrassing because you know what? This is not our sport. But anyways, Grant's not American. He's celebrating 4th of July on the 3rd, and he's betting soccer today. So he gets a check in the wrong column for this. Belgium plus 230 against Italy. Grant, why do you like this?
Yeah, I'm our European arm. I got to live up to that reputation here. Belgium versus Italy. I think this is going to be the best match of the tournament so far. We've had some great spectacles, but both of these teams coming into the tournament and after their group stage performances people started to talk about if they could win the entire tournament. They're meeting here in one of the earlier rounds here. Belgium is the underdogs. Italy have looked like the best team so far in this tournament, but I think that Belgium has the best player in this game. Which is Romelu Lukaku. And it isn't as much of a difference as it is in, say, basketball, because obviously you only have 5 players. In soccer, you have 11. So it doesn't make as big of a deal, especially when he's a striker and he requires some service to him. But I think Belgium will do all right. We still don't know if Kevin De Bruyne or Eden Hazard are going to be playing. They both picked up injuries in their last game. But I like the Belgians here. I think that they're this golden generation. They know it's their last chance to capture the country's first international hardware, and I think they're going to get past the Italians. And if they do that, they have a pretty clear path to the championship.
You like the over 2.5 for this game?
Yeah, both teams have been scoring a lot. Lukaku, he's not in the lead. It's still Cristiano Ronaldo, even though Portugal's out. But Lukaku was the betting favorite to win the Golden Boot, which means the individual player to score the most goals. Italy, I believe, is leading the tournament in goals scored, whereas Belgium is closely behind them. They only got 1 against Portugal, but that's all it takes. We've seen them get 4 against Denmark, which had a pretty resolute defense. They got 3 against Russia, who finished 4th at the last World Cup. So I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. I could see it even going 3-2, something like that. I don't think it's going to be a 5-3 game like we saw in Italy's last game against Austria, but I think it'll be up there.
All right, there you heard it from Grant, non-American, picking Belgium. But you know what? Since I am American and I represent the people, We the people. We're going to take down Grant today. I'm going with Italy on the money line. I could care less about this game. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't care about soccer. It's not American. And on the 4th of July edition of Parlay Power Hour, we root for America. But since Grant is un-American, since he's celebrating the 4th of July on July 3rd, and he's picking Belgium, I'm picking Italy to spite him. But this is for America. I'm betting Italy for America today. I'm putting America
I'm un-American for win. I'm un-American for betting on soccer. So to do the American thing, you're going to bet on soccer. How does that make sense?
Because you're so un-American that you're betting on soccer and celebrating the 4th of July on July 3rd. That's why I'm betting Italy for America. I'm betting Italy.
I'm celebrating America on the 3rd of July. I'm not preying on our downfall.
Listen.
I'm not celebrating the British Empire.
We're back-to-back World War champions. Back-to-back World War champions. And you know what? You're disrespecting our country. Italy on the money line. They get the job done today. We're done talking about this. We're moving over to hockey. Lightning, Canadians. I'm rooting for the Lightning, even though this is Will's pick, because you know what? They're from America. The Canadians are not. Go Lightning, Will. Break it down for me.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll go with the American team here. The Tampa Bay Lightning are the America's team. But hockey is a Canadian sport, so I'll give that to Grant. But I'm going with the Lightning money line here. They've been pretty unstoppable against the Canadians. The Canadians are 5-1 at home in their last 6 games, and they've been allowing around 1.5 goals per game when they're at home. So I see this one going under. Vasilevsky's been great in the net. He's got 2 shutouts in his last 6 games versus the Canadians, 1.34 goals against average. So Vasilevsky should be keeping the puck out of the net for the Lightning. I see this game finishing probably around 2-1 or 3-1 like their last game did. Lightning pull out ahead.
Yeah,
give me the Canadians. Life savings on the Canadians.
No, stop. No, you're just digging yourself into a deeper hole. All right, you got Spain minus 160. Back to soccer. You got Spain minus 160. They're a heavy favorite in this game, and so obviously you pick Spain. Why?
Yeah, so honestly, don't let the odds deceive you here. Switzerland just beat who everybody thought before the tournament and during the tournament would win the whole competition, which was France. They just beat them in penalty kicks. Their goalie saved the 5th PK after everyone had scored up to that point, which obviously was decisive, and the penalty shootout was ended. And he saved one of the best kick from one of the best players in the world, Kylian Mbappe. So Spain minus 160. Again, it looks like, they're going to win no contest. But you can't count out somebody that just beat the best team in the world in probably the biggest game in their country's history. But, that being said, Spain, they have the better team. They started off a little shaky against Sweden, one of the most memorable 0-0 draws or 0-0 since I'm un-American. They had 84% possession. Sweden had 16%. It still finished 0-0. But they just beat Croatia 5-3 in their last game. There were 2 5-3 games in the last round, which is pretty crazy. But if they can keep those goals flowing, Switzerland doesn't have the offensive firepower to match them, and so Spain gets this one done. They move on.
All right, I'm disagreeing with you. I'm going with Switzerland for America. Switzerland plus 480 for America. Grant is not American, as we said before, celebrating 4th of July on July 3rd, picking soccer on the 4th of July edition of Parlay Power Hour. I'm going with Switzerland plus 480 for America. We the people. We're the back-to-back World War champions, as I said today. And you know what? Switzerland's going to represent us well.
Hold on. You're wearing a Miami hat. And we bought Florida from Spain. So picking Spain isn't the least un-American thing to do. What does Switzerland have to do with anything with America?
Because you're going against Switzerland, so I got to be for Switzerland because you're un-American. Will's in Miami, okay? Will's a true American. He's betting the Tampa Bay Lightning today against the Canadians. The Lightning are from America. I'm supporting Miami. Will's in Miami because we're on the same team here. We're connected.
Will couldn't be there without Spain.
USA.
We are on the same team, but I do have to give Grant a little bit of a boost here because you bet on Italy, and Italy was against us in those 2 world wars that you were trying to bet on.
Thank you. I didn't even think of it. Thank you. You're Grant a Benito Mussolini lover.
You know what? Pasta, tomato sauce, and meatballs. That's America. That's Italy. Go USA. All right, we're going to the baseball field right now because that's what matters today. We got Grant. We'll skip over Grant. We'll go to Will here. Dodgers Nationals under 8 today. Julio Urias on the bump versus Max Mad Dog Scherzer. I don't know. I kind of like the over here. Max Muncy, one swing of the bat. He could take this game over. Why do you like the under, William?
Well, Max Muncy had that one swing of the bat yesterday, and it led them to a 6-2 victory. So that one would have stayed or would have pushed at 8 runs in this one. So, I mean, 2 better pitchers on the mound. You had Corbin versus who was it for the Dodgers yesterday? I can't completely remember. But they weren't as good as Urias and Scherzer. So I think this one has a pretty good chance of going under.
Grant, you like the under here?
I do think it is going to be a good pitching matchup. So for that reason, I will say the under here. But I'm looking for my boy Kyle Schwarber to hit another home run. It's been 2 games since he's got one. I think he's got at least one in him today.
I don't know about that, but if you say so, Grant, I think Kyle Schwarber's got to calm down. It's not because I'm disagreeing with you because we disagree all the time, but Schwarber, man, he's gonna cool down. He's not an MVP candidate. He's not.
He's 4th or 5th in the odds, I believe, right now.
Yeah, well, in the National League, it's Jacob deGrom like minus 400.
Oh, yeah.
So what are you gonna do? All right, let's go. What should I pick first? I'm going to talk about the Mets on the money line, and I'm going to talk about the Mets. Mets on the money line plus 128 against the New York Yankees. Taijuan Walker on the bump for New York Mets. I can't say New York here because they're both playing each other. Jordan Montgomery, Dave Montgomery, whatever. Montgomery's on the mound for the New York Yankees. All right. Montgomery, Walker. Walker's been a lot better than Montgomery this year. That's not why I'm making this bet, though. I'm making this bet because I cannot trust the New York Yankees. After what I saw the other night against the Angels, I cannot trust the New York Yankees. They are done. They are dead in the water. Aaron Boone needs to go. This whole fan base needs to riot or something. I don't know. But the New York Yankees, I do not trust them at all right now, and that's why I'm going with the Mets today. I think Pete Alonso gets one shot late in this game. That pushes the Mets to victory. Will, the resident not Yankees fan, but Yankees supporter, what do you think about this one?
You know what? To me, I think the Yankees are America's baseball team, so we'll go with this 4th of July theme. I think the Yankees pull through on this July 2nd. It's not quite 4th of July yet, but they do seem to be the favorite team across America in terms of baseball. So I think maybe they pull through. I do like Taijuan Walker, though, for the Mets. So I don't know. The Mets have the better advantage in this one, but I'll just go Yankees, go America.
Grant, what do you think?
Yeah, I like Taijuan Walker. We've all mentioned it. I think, he is one of the better pitchers, not near Jacob deGrom, obviously. But the Mets, in their last 2 games, they lost on Jacob deGrom Day. He gave up 3 earned runs, which is basically anybody else giving up 100. Or like the game before when they gave up 20 to the Atlanta Braves. So it's not like the Mets are coming in riding high by any means, and neither are the Yankees. That's been well covered. But I'll take the Yankees here too, pretty much for no other reason. I mean, both these teams are frauds in their divisions, at least. So yeah, this is just a gut feeling. No real facts behind it. I'll take the Yankees.
I wouldn't call the Yankees frauds because like they're so bad right now. No one thinks they have it. Like the Mets are frauds. Like they're in first place, whatever. They're not good. But Yankees, I don't know if they're frauds. They just underperformers, underachievers, losers. I don't know how you describe them, but one of those words. All right, but I agree with you though. Mets are frauds. I don't think they'll do anything. And when's Francisco Lindor going to start hitting the baseball? You've been asking that for the past few weeks. Maybe it's going on a month. Yeah, he sucks. Jeez. All right, let's go to let's see. Grant's got one baseball bet in here. Oh, 2 baseball bets. My bad. Astros minus 1.5 on the run line, over of 9 here. What did we say yesterday? Astros suck and then they bounce back. That's what good teams do, Grant. I love this bet out of you today. Talk to me about it.
Yeah, they just beat the Cleveland Indians yesterday, who they're playing tonight, 7-2. On the mound, you've got McCullers Jr., who's 5-1, 2.94 ERA, versus Sam Hentage's 1-2, 7.32 ERA. And it's not like he's only played 1 game. He has a little bit of a body of work behind him this season, and that's not a good ERA. That is terrible. That's borderline Garrett freaking Richards territory. So we're going with the over here, no doubt about it. With the Astros, what was the phrase I taught you? Form is temporary, class is permanent. Now, they're not exactly Class E, the Astros. They have class. They are a good team. We agree they're probably the best in the AL, and they're going to represent in the World Series. So Astros get this one done just like they did yesterday.
Yeah, I got no complaints here. Will, what about you?
Yeah, no disagreements here for me either. The Astros pulled through slightly for the over that I bet on yesterday, so I think they can keep it going.
There you go. All right, Will, talk to me. Padres money line against the Philadelphia Phillies. I like Wheeler in this one for the Phillies. I don't know about this, but you like it. Why?
Yu Darvish on the mound for the Padres. I think they're just the better team in general over the Phillies. I'm not sure. Wheeler is on the mound for the Phillies, so I guess that's why they've got the odds advantage. But I do like Yu Darvish more, in my opinion, so I'm going to go with the Padres.
I didn't know Yu Darvish was pitching today. I think it was – no, I got it at Chris Paddock. Is Yu Darvish on the bump?
They say it's Yu Darvish on mine.
What site you on?
I've got Paddock on the ESPN.
Yeah, I feel like
ESPN can be wrong though.
I'm on MLB. They got Paddock. I don't know.
They might have made a change. So if it is Paddock, then I gotta switch that pick to the Phillies.
No, you can't switch it. It's locked
in.
Yeah,
no.
You can't switch it.
Done. You know what? Faith in Paddock. He'll pull through. Padres will get some runs on the board versus Wheeler. Padres money line. You have it here.
Yeah, because if Darvish was pitching, or if Darvish was pitching, the Padres would be favored today. I believe that. What do you think, Grant? Yeah. So I think Paddock's on the bump. Will I think you just basically bet a guaranteed loss. So congratulations.
We'll see what happens.
All right. Well. All right. Finally, Orioles Angels. Not much that needs to be said about this game. Keegan Aiken on the mound for the Orioles. He has like a 7.2 ERA. Griffin Canning's on the mound for the Angels. I think he has a 4-something ERA. If you add those together, as Grant does, they equals 11, and that means this game would go over. But seriously, Cedric Mullins, Trey Mancini for the Orioles. They're going to push this game over. You got Jared Walsh, Shohei Ohtani for the Angels. They're going to push this game over. Angels coming off 11-run day. Orioles scored 13 two games ago. Orioles have scored 27 in their past 3 games. This game's going over today with these 9.5 low. Scared money don't make money. Lock it up for America. What do you guys think?
Orioles did score 27, and those 27 were against the Houston Astros in that amazing sweep. So I think the Orioles can continue to put runs on the board. The Angels scored 11 yesterday, as he said. So I think there's a pretty good chance here.
Damn right. What do you think, Grant?
The last inning that the Angels had, they scored 7 runs in the 9th. Both teams been hitting it well. This is not a good pitching matchup by any means. This one's going over, no doubt about it.
Easily going over in this game. All right, guys, that does it for Parlay Power Hour, July 2nd, USA Wager, 4th of July edition. Final thoughts. Grant, we'll start with you.
Go soccer.
No. Terrible final thought. Will, what about you?
Well, I'm going to enjoy my 4th of July, unlike my 3rd of July, like Grant seems to be celebrating tomorrow with his friend group. I'm not sure what makes sense out of that, but I'm going to enjoy my 4th of July weekend down here in Miami. Might catch a game on the 5th, so you guys might hear about that on Monday, but go America, not go soccer.
Where are you going to a Miami Marlins game on the 5th?
I believe they're supposed to be playing the Dodgers on the 5th, so it should be a good game.
You got to go to that. That's awesome. You got to go. And you know what? I want to see Jacked Frat Boy on the show on Monday.
Jacked Frat Boy should make an appearance on Monday.
He's got to get it together right now. He's got to get it together. Back-to-back World War champs. That's my final thought of the day. The United States was back-to-back World War champs. We beat the British to gain our independence. I'm going to go 3-0 today because I'm repping America. Putting this country on my back, honestly. Back-to-back World War champs. That's what you got to know about this. Will just doesn't smile.
You know the World War has nothing to do with our independence.
I know, but I'm just saying U.S. back-to-back World War champs. Like, that's what you got. We gained our independence, and then 100 years later, we're back-to-back World War champs. That's what you got to know, Grant.
And you're betting on our enemy, Italy.
Because I'm betting against you, Grant. Because you're celebrating 4th of July on July 3rd, and that's the most un-American thing you can do, Grant. Go USA. That does it. Parlay Power Hour, July 2nd, 2021. Hope everyone has a great 4th of July. Make sure to subscribe to the Sports 2.0 Network. We will be back on Monday We don't take the extended holiday here at the Sports 2.0 USA Wager Parlay Power Hour Extravaganza show. This is the best hour of your day. We're going to bring it to you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend, everyone, and we will talk to you soon.